Andre,
Yo, David, what's going on, my man?
yo, man, it's Friday.
You already know, just got paid.
Yeah, dude, what's the deal, man? Are you barely starting off with this journey, Andre?
Yeah,
Or yeah,
yeah, man. I just recently in December I copped the 360 booth,
okay,
and I've been doing like I did like one event with that. It was like a fire like for a dinner for a firefighter department,
okay,
and it was a big venue, and I was amazed, man. I was real nervous at first because I really didn't have everything that I needed. I had like the light that came with the 360,
okay.
and I had like the stations lined up and everything like that. I had a couple props that came with the 360. They weren't your little regular durable props, but I had the whole setup. I just wanted to leap and just do it. And then once I did it and see that I could do it, and I learned from my mistakes and things like that. I was seeing everybody have fun. I was able to give everybody their videos and stuff through my phone and things like that. And I got a couple of bookings from that. And then it was off on the races for there. I got real confident, and so now I know what to do, and what not to do.
Cool. So you're experienced, you're bold, you're brave, and yeah, the world is definitely always going to reward the brave. So
Right.
congratulations on taking that leap, man. I understand what you mean by running into issues and then working with what you got and just hoping for the best, man. Because
Right.
that's where I got started too. So you're gaining some momentum, you're gaining some experience. What's next? What should we focus on tonight?
I have a couple of questions. I have questions with the 360, and I also actually my photo booth just came in today. Like I just got a photo booth too, like the same one that you got. I jumped and leaped and got that photo booth, and I got my iPad. And I just started I just got my logo yesterday.
Okay,
I got some business cards coming in,
okay.
so that's what I'm doing. My name is Starter from Scratch Rentals, and then under that I'm going to have the 360 spin 360 Mr. 360 spin vibes,
Okay.
and for the digital photo booth I'm going to have Mr. Social Booth. So I'm going to offer those two things under the umbrella of Started from Scratch Rentals.
Okay. Start from scratch rentals, and then Mr. Social Booth is going to be providing the 360 booth along with the digital photo booth. Yeah.
Yeah, the Mr. Social Booth will be the iPad photo booth, and the name, that's what I'll call it myself. Or and then the Mr. 360 Spin Vibes is what I'll call the 360 services.
And vibes. Okay. So just really quick, I know you have a list of questions, but just I want to give you information as it comes to me so that I don't
Yeah,
forget
yeah,
to
yeah.
say it, right?
Right.
So when it comes to a business, right? We both know how important logos are and branding and slogans. We know that's essential for any business because that gives us the emotional connection. And not just that, but we're always able to associate it with something, right? And so if you have a few names, what's going to end up happening, Andre, it's going to be difficult to start ranking from all those names from the very jump. What we really want to do is gain traction. And if you have momentum going on already, it's a good idea. It's a good strategy to use basically one long phrase or keyword and then use that as a funnel and make it go down into the different services you're going to offer. Because if we're offering, for example, you mentioned the started from scratch photo, no, started from scratch rental, right?
Yeah, that's the umbrella. Started from Scratch Rentals.
Now, just to help me understand, the umbrella meaning that's the name of the LLC.
Yeah, that will be the name of the LLC.
Okay,
Like
LLC
you have
rentals.
Canary Capital Rentals.
Yeah,
Mine will be Started from Scratch Rentals.
started from scratch rentals. Okay, thank you for breaking that down. It helps me understand. And then under that umbrella, you're gonna have Mr. Social Booth. Am I
Yeah,
right?
which will be the iPad photo booth.
Now, can
I
we?
was just I was just giving myself like a little name for the iPad to stick out for the iPad digital booth.
Yeah, and you're out in New Jersey. Am I right? New Jersey.
Yes.
All right. So here's the thing when it comes to marketing and starting to get inquiries because you're starting to rank for certain keywords. Mr. Social Booth, is good. It has the word booth in it, right?
Mhm.
And the 360 photo booth, it's a longer word. Digital photo booth rental is a longer keyword.
Yeah.
I always advise everyone that I come across in conversation is figure out your top 5 long tail keywords. And if you don't have 5, well, at least let's narrow it down to at least 3 long tail keywords. Long tail
Okay.
keywords, Andre, are going to be almost like a sentence. So I'll give you an example. 360 booth. That's a short keyword right there. That's a short tail
Right.
keyword. If we do 360 photo booth rental service or 360 photo booth New Jersey or the city that you're in, that becomes a long tail keyword. And because
Right.
it's a long tail keyword, if you start using that over and over again in all of your postings, your website, your captions, your description, your H1s and H2s on your website, then you're going to start ranking for that keyword much faster. You're going to gain authority over your competition and you're going to be known for that keyword, and the algorithm is going to send traffic your way. So the reason I'm bringing this up is just so that you can kind of, retrospect and think, okay, so here's a strategy. I know that I have this service to offer and this service to offer. This is my LLC, but I need to tell Google, right? I need to tell Google what I offer and where I'm located.
Right.
That's key. That's so key in any business, whether it's a service or a product you're providing. Um, and
Now, I'm
go ahead.
sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
So what you're saying is that basically, like, say I have like a business card, I can still offer those two names under started from scratch rentals, right?
Started from scratch rentals is it's gonna be the name on your LLC, meaning it's going to be on your insurance, it's going to be on your bank account, it's going to be on your statements and on your invoices when you invoice customers, because your LLC is going to have what's called the EIN number. So
Uh-huh.
if a school hires you, a certain sector hires you, they're going to ask you for a W-9, and in your W-9 you're going to put in your LLC name, your address,
Mhm.
and the EIN, because they're paying you over $600. They report that at the end of the year, and you have to report it too, as well as, hey, this is the income I made as a contractor for them when I provided them with my digital photo booth service or 360 booth service. So that on paper needs to be the same. Started
Okay.
from scratch rentals. Now, as
Because
far
I just want people to know what I'm offering. That's why I came up with those names for the 360 and for the iPad photo the iPad photo booth. I just wanted people to know what I'm offering under, started from scratch rental, what I'm offering.
got it. So same thing for me, Canary Capital Rentals, but what I'm really offering is photo booth services.
Right.
You and I are very much kind of in the same thing, right? Because we have an LLC that is a
Hmm.
broad name, right? But at the
Right.
same time, we want to target the service that we provide and not focus too much on our company title. Um,
Okay. I got you.
yeah. All right, sweet. So, and then moving forward, just because I need to make a habit of this, don't call it an iPad booth. I'll tell you why.
Yeah, 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 yo, somebody said that yesterday. 'Cause they was like, yo, don't call it an iPad photo booth because people could just actually think that they could just go get an iPad and that takes away business from, what I'm saying? I was
Good
like, that's
point.
smart.
Good point. Yeah, let's call it a digital photo booth.
All right, I got you.
Digital photo booth. And also when you type something up and you have it in one of your titles, digital photo booth. Anywhere you put it, because you're going to use it. We're going to dive into this as the meeting progresses, but I do want to get to all of your questions first before we dive into something else. I just want to see
Yeah.
where you're at with your questions. And then from there, like I said, we'll freestyle it, but let's focus a lot on your questions because I want to make sure I answer your questions as best as possible.
All right, cool. All right, so for the 360 booth,
Okay.
um, when I went to the event, um, my videos are coming out kind of shaky. I listen to all your videos when you say tighten up your knobs, make sure all your knobs are are tightened and things like that. But I think the issue were two things. I think I have a 100 centimeter photo booth,
Okay.
so it fits 4 to 5 people.
Okay.
So I was kind of people were kind of like dancing, but people were getting too wild. I was trying to kind of tell them, try to use your upper body with your arms instead of using your legs, because I think that makes the video come out, shaky. Like platform is not shaking, but you can see the arm rocking back and forth.
Yeah.
And I think maybe my arm was kind of too long,
Okay.
and I should shorten it, and that will kind of solve the problem, I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's definitely going to help because it extends far out, so it becomes more wobbly with the
Right.
momentum happening in the middle, plus your phone, plus the light that's on the phone. Are you using the U200 light, Andre? What kind of light are you
Uh,
using?
Actually, I just ordered the U200 light. I'm using the basic ring light that came with the photo booth from Alibaba.
Okay, so that light's much lighter. Okay,
Yeah,
and what type of phone are you using?
I'm using an iPhone 12,
The standard 12?
standard 12,
Okay, and what software are you using?
Luma booth.
You're using Luma Booth.
Yeah,
On the Luma,
since I'm just starting off, like I wanted to dive into Luma Booth and then kind of learn it, master it, and then I was going to switch right over to Snap It because I've been following you, man. So y'all seen how you went from TouchPix to Luma Booth to all those, and then now you just dive right into Snap Pick. Like Snap Pick is where it's at right now.
yeah, the stabilizers on both the application and on your phone are going to play an important role in your production. The iPhone 12, of course, won't have a stabilizer as good as the 13 and 14 just because
Mhm.
it's technology. And just like anything, it becomes older to newer technology that's more relevant with better stabilizers, faster processors, better camera sensors, and things like that. So moving forward, Andre, you want to ask yourself, okay, well, right now, this is my goal. Okay, when I accomplish this goal, I'm going to reinvest right into the production so that I can stand out as a business within a 10 to 15-mile radius from where I'm at right now, because you want to be as efficient as possible. You want to stay busy within your area. You don't want to be driving 2 hours away just for an event. But if you have to, of course, you're going to do it because we're grinding, right? We're
Right.
all out. But we're going to find a place, a happy medium where we can optimize so that our strength, our energy, our time is better spent and better invested. So yeah, if you can check out Snapic, they have a 7-day free trial. And then once you go into their stabilizer, I want you to do test runs in your home. If your living room is big enough,
Hmm.
get on the booth, walk around the booth, move a little bit, and then check to see how much of a difference it makes in the stability just with the switching to a different software application. Now, on top of that, I'm going to go ahead and I'll be right back. I'm going to show you something.
Uh,
So when it comes to the 360 booth, Andre, are
right.
are you putting this all the way inside, or you let it
Yeah.
hang out a little bit?
What I do is I do exactly what you do. I put it all the way inside,
Okay.
and I used the two screws in the front.
Yeah.
I put two screws in the front. I skipped the ones in the middle, and I put two screws right there in the back.
Okay.
And then I put the screw that goes in the lift it up a little bit, lift it up.
Like this.
No, up, yeah, like up. Raise it up. Raise it up some more. Oh yeah, like right there. So mine has a screw that goes in the back of that little uh yeah, right there. Like it'll go in the
Took it
back of
off.
that. Yeah.
I took mine off so it can.
Okay, yeah. So mine goes there, and then I guess is the piece that goes. Yeah. So it's the same thing. Yeah. I'm sorry.
So I removed this screw to let this go as low as possible. And
Okay.
and on top of that, I'm having these right here go as deep as possible on both this one and this one. So this right here is sticking out, but it won't let me go deeper than that unless I alter it like I did to one of my arms, and I made it even shorter to get a different unique angle that no one else has because no one else cut their pull like I did.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm always like curious to try different stuff, man. And that's what's today someone asked me like, hey David, what sets you apart from other photo booth companies? And my reply was customer service. I understand customer metrics. And two, innovation and creativity. Like if you can combine those two, you could be all right. But enough
Right.
about me. Let's focus on the shakiness problem. So, okay, one is the phone. Two, this is interesting. If you
So you
flip
said the
it,
phone just because it's a 12?
here's the thing. The 12, the stabilizer is not going to be as good as a 13 and 14. I
Okay.
started off with a 12 mini when I started my 360 booth business with a 12 mini, and I was able to get decent videos. And of course, there was some shakiness, but not enough to where the client will notice. I notice because I pay attention to detail and I'm the
Right,
director,
right.
right? So we have an eye for it. Now, my clients were just having a good time looking at the video. They didn't really notice a little bit of this motion.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I learned though, on when you flip your 360 booth over, there's about, I want to say, is there close to like 10? I think there's 10 legs, right? Pay attention to the ones in the middle as well, because sometimes we focus just on the exterior legs, but there's about 4 in the middle. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have a problem like that too, because when I got it from my supplier and I flipped it over and I was doing my screws, it's a I think it's called a pivot nut.
Okay.
It's the nut that the screw screws into.
Mm-hmm.
That's loose, so I got to get that welded or get. I have a tool that I have to get another pivot nut to put that in, so I can screw the screw in because you could. It's like shaky.
Okay.
It's like it's
Yeah. So, and then on top of that, once you figure that out, Andre, use a leveler, man. I know it sounds like, come on, man, I'm not building a house, but really use a leveler. You'll be surprised that if the leveler is just a little off and you're somehow able to screw it or position the booth at a different place at the location that has a more flat surface, that,
out.
that makes a crazy difference, just that.
Oh,
So
okay. Because
yeah,
yeah, I see when I flip it over and people are standing on it, it doesn't shake because
wait,
it's firm. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And I was thinking one time that it's on a red rug too, so it might be a little shaky because it's on a thick rug.
Mhm.
You
Well,
know, and but I don't see shakiness from the actual platform. I see it when people like use their legs and dance. It's coming from the arm, like going back and forth, like what I'm saying,
okay.
rocking like that.
And this 360 booth that you purchased, who was the provider?
I got it from Alibaba.
From Alibaba? Okay. Is because I'm wondering a situation like that. I don't know if you bought it from my suppliers, but I know my suppliers. I know how they work. And if you got it from them and that's the issue, that's
Hmm.
something that they can actually cover because it was somewhat of a defect, if you think about
Yeah,
it.
that they're I'm talking to them now. They said that actually when they my photo booth was just shipped today. They said they could have put the screws inside the package of the photo booth, because he said they can't just send a screw because the freight the pricing would be crazy just to ship the screw to me or
Yeah.
something like that. But I mean, I could just go. I've been asking questions. I can just go to Home Depot and they have a tool where I can just take the old pivot nut out and put a new one in
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But I've been rocking at the events. When I shortened my arm like you did, the videos came out way perfect.
Nice.
So I was thinking like it couldn't be just that. It's probably because my arm was so damn far out and I didn't know.
Hmm.
Until I had to put it. I was watching your videos and stuff. I had to put the arm all the way in.
Yeah.
And I like that look too. But then I was wondering, all right, when I put it all the way down, how do I get them in frame? Am I going to be able to get the people in frame and stuff like that
Yes.
with my?
So great question. Once you get your U200, like is it the U200 model you got, Andre?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
should be in about a couple of days.
All right, I'm going to show you something that's really, really going to help you, man. I'm glad we're having this conversation. So your booth comes with a knob like this. Am I correct?
Right, correct.
Right. So this is what I want you to do when you get your U200 light. This is the way I want you to set it up, and I'm going to do this right now for you. Let me grab my U200 light, okay?
All right.
You know what? I need to share this with the rest of the world. I haven't showed this technique just because when I get home, I focus on other things. And the last thing I really want to do is start pulling out all my equipment I know I'm going to pull out on a Friday night or Saturday night. But I should show everyone this is what I have going on right here. Let me know if I'm in. There you go. Okay. So when I first started, this is what I was doing. I had it like this, and then I had, there's a female right there. I had it set like that, like this, and the phone, and then the phone would go in like this. I'm gonna teach you how to do the thing to the phone. You'd be surprised, man. A lot of people were doing this. I was like, what are you guys doing? Didn't understand what I was saying until I made a video. So a lot of people were recording like this. Okay, so
Yeah, you know what's so funny? Without the U200 light, I was recording like that with the with the ring light that they gave me with the
yeah,
clamp, and I put a question on Lumable from Facebook. I was like, how do I be able to touch the screen? It was just like, yo, you gotta flip the clamp around or something like that.
yeah. So flipped it around, and this is the proper way because you're gonna have all the light, boom, right, and then recording
Yeah,
just like that, and then right here, don't even remove the phone throughout the event. Just everything's right here,
yeah,
boom, boom, boom,
yeah.
right?
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So believe it or not, some folks are not doing it this way. And so it's crazy, man. I mean, it's interesting what experience does, and not just that, but just being extra curious and about your work. But here's what I really wanted to share with you. That to me is obvious. Apparently, some folks are not doing it like that just yet. And that's why I had to make a quick reel to show people how I put mine. Okay,
what
so
you mean? They're not doing it to where they can touch the phone like that, like the phone
yeah.
is facing you.
Yeah, some
Oh,
people, man, were removing their phone every single spin to
yeah,
airdrop it
right.
to the individual. I was like, that's a lot of wear and tear on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
entire
yeah.
arm, everything. So what you want to do is, and you froze up on me. Can you hear me, Andre? Let's see, Andre. Check, check, 1, 2. Andre.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, cool. So and you can see me right here, right? All right. So what you want to do is you want to loose this, you want to spin this until this becomes loose, and then you want to tilt it to the side like this. And then after that, you want to take your arm. You want to take your light. And instead of doing it like I was doing it before, screw it on. And to where it's like this now.
Oh, okay. I got you.
This way, the momentum is not way up here and it's moving like this. The momentum is tighter, closer to the arm like this.
It's on the side. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the side. Yeah, I should put together a video showing folks the new stuff that I've been doing and that I've been learning, because I think any little tweak can make the hell of a difference, just depending on the wear and tear, how you're using your equipment, and overall production, right? So
That'll be so much easier to do that with your ring, with the ring light on the side like that.
yeah, plus, like I said, you get a unique angle too. It's a
Right,
different,
right.
different height. Yeah. All right, so shakiness, we try to elaborate on that by talking about, potentially switching over to an app that has a better stabilizer built into it. A
Yeah.
phone,
So I guess you said snap pick and style. Try that out.
Snapic is dope. And eventually, once you fix that on your booth, that's gonna make a difference too. Did you see the video I posted, Andre, where I added these extra like rings of cushion onto the bottom of the
Yeah,
ring? Yeah,
yeah.
so those help too because they act as levelers and they have like an impact cushion.
Where would you get those from? You can get
Those
those from
are
like.
those are on yeah, you can get them at Home Depot, but I ordered them on Amazon.
Okay, what are they called?
I think they're called. Let's see here. Share my screen here with you. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. It's called pads. Powders. And they're called cushion. They're called Gorilla. There they are. They are called non-slip furniture pads. Let me go ahead and send you the link here. Grab that. Come on, where it is. Let me send it to you soon. It's gonna be in the chat. The link there, that's gonna take you directly to those right there.
Okay, cool.
Cool, man. All right, Andre, does that answer your question for the shakiness?
That does.
All right, sweet. And yeah, good Good suggestion. Letting the attendees know like to just kind of use their upper body more to project that energy versus kind of like swaying and jumping a little bit, you know? So
Right.
yeah, good job. Definitely say that. And also tell folks, because everyone's excited once they get on the booth, I always tell them, guys, if you want your video to come out super nice, don't jump, because if you jump,
Yes, please don't jump. Yep.
yeah. All right, Chief, I'm ready for the next question whenever you are, Andre.
Um, I'm. Oh, one quick question. The controller. You know when you know how the 360 come with the controller,
Yeah.
but the controller has its on button, right? And then it has the reverse, then it has the speed up and speed down.
Mhm.
So I'm confused because when I hit the on button, okay, it starts spinning, and I can put it in reverse. So what am I using the up and down buttons for? Is that like a do I can like if I can I am I setting at a certain speed and then just is good? I just hit the on button and it'll keep that same speed that I chose.
Yeah, so this is actually a really good question because it's definitely going to revolve around what you are trying to accomplish. So here's what I learned, and this is going to get a little bit more complicated, but a little bit more, what can I say, more interesting. And this is why is, say, for example, I hit the power button. It's going to start spinning at whatever speed I had it from when I turned on the booth, right?
Mhm.
Then if I speed it up, of course, by hitting the button twice, 3 times, depending on how fast I want it, the footage is going to be captured differently because it's traveling much faster.
Okay.
Here's what I learned. Now that I'm playing around with, applications such as Snappic that have what's called speed ramps. Some of it'll be like I'll record for 10 seconds, right? That
Mhm.
way everyone gets a time to shine, get the fast, get the slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, low, fast, all that. What's cool is that when I hit power now and I hit like the +1 and it's at a certain speed, I don't have to worry about it anymore because the application itself is going to add speed ramps to it. Versus if I have speed ramps in the application that I set up myself, plus I have the plus button and it's spinning really fast, what that means
Mhm.
is when the speed ramps come around, it's going to be extra fast because the arm is already spinning fast.
Right.
So that's pretty much in a nutshell as far as when you want to manipulate the speed, it just let it complement your production. So kind of like experiment at the event because you're gonna get plenty of spins, and every spin allows you to fine tune your production.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I actually when I turned it on, I was like, all right, cool. I had it set up for it go down from countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I would just I would I would hit it, boom. Once it starts spinning, I'll tell them that it's a countdown. So it's going a little slow.
Yeah.
Then I was like, all right, maybe I should speed it up. Let me see how this works. So when it got off and I was waiting for somebody else, I clicked the button and then I clicked it up twice. And
Twice.
then it did a medium speed. I was like, all right, this is a decent speed right here. So I brought it back to me. I turned it off, and I was like, okay, what if I get the attendees on it? If I click the button, will it still go that speed? So I went I let the guest get on. I hit the button, and it was that same speed that I just had it at. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll leave it at this speed for the whole event. And then the videos came out good. So I guess I was thinking like,
Yeah.
okay, this with the controller, I guess this you can control, how fast and how slow you want it you know, to go.
I'm excited for your journey right now, Andre, because it sounds like you're becoming a technician, and it's interesting. I'll just share this really, really fast with you. In the beginning, it's like, okay, we're business owners, right? We're
Right.
entrepreneurs, but it's very difficult to separate the technician side of it from the owner entrepreneur side of it because you can only
Right.
truly be one. It's hard to be split in the middle. So right now, you're becoming a master technician and really
Yeah.
learning stuff, your production. And that helps because later on you'll be able to train someone with with your experience, and they'll be able to capture everything you captured faster because you're going to provide that experience, and then you move on to different tasks, more of the entrepreneur business side. So I'm happy that you are like really tuned in when it comes to the technical side of it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So let's just keep diving in. That since I just got an iPad, I got an iPad 12.9 Pro, 6th generation. Now I want to use that iPad. That's going to be for my digital photo booth, but I can also use it for a sharing station, correct? For
Oh
my
yeah,
360,
all day.
because I want to use that as a sharing station for my 360 because I feel as if it's so easier instead of having to take your phone off John or whatever. You could just send it right over. But I don't know how to do that. I ordered the stand. The stand is coming in. Can you break down? I'm on Luma Booth. I'm
Yep.
going to be using Luma Booth. How do I get the video from the guest that just came off the photo booth to the iPad? Like what do I have to have, and how does it sync together and stuff?
Yeah, so there is let me see if I can show it to you here live and give you a visual here. Let me know if you can see my screen.
I can't.
Yeah, okay. I think it's called Photo Share. It's called Photo Share. Am I gonna go home?
Yeah, people were saying like Luma Share or something.
Luma Share. I haven't used this in a while, to be honest with you, Andre.
Nah, I feel you, man. You done transitioned over to Snappic.
Yeah, it's Luma Bullet. No, let me see here. It was Photo Share. Okay, so it's a Photo Share Cloud. And what happens is when you're setting up your Photo Share Cloud, Andre, when you're setting up Photo Share Cloud, you're going to use the same email username you use for your Luma booth.
Okay.
Okay, so then after that, once you pay the subscription for the Photo Share and you go to the license right here.
So you will have to pay for a subscription for photo share and
Yeah.
also pay for a subscription for Luma Booth for that event.
That's exactly right. And that was confusing for me. I didn't understand. I thought it was all in one. Apparently, I
Yeah.
was wrong. So, but then later I learned. So yeah, so it's about $19.99 for Luma booth, and then it's an additional $7.99. I think it is $7.99 for the photo share. Where as soon as you go open up your app on your iPad, that's coming the Pro iPad that you ordered,
Hmm.
be able to sync them, meaning you'll select the event on your photo share on your iPad that matches the name to the Luma booth event that you have open on your iPhone 12, and it'll be as
Okay.
easy as that. It'll be as easy as you selecting the event that match one another, and then once that video gets rendered, uh, give it about close to a minute, and you'll see it populate on your photo share on your iPad.
Okay. So I would just have to go and say I'm at the event and I will have to have this photo share already up on the iPad
That's correct. Yeah.
and I have Luma Booth on my phone, everything's set up, subscriptions paid, everybody, I have my first guest and they do their thing. And then I guess the video will just go right to the iPad once they're finished.
Yeah, you know what I want to do is sometime I think during the weekend I'm going to look for a tutorial so that you can actually see what I'm trying to explain. That
Right.
way you'll see it happening on your phone, and then on the video, hopefully you have a good tutorial on YouTube. You'll see how the options on your iPad with the LumaShare on how easy it is to just select the event that you're at. And
Okay.
sometimes what it'll do, the last time I used it, it'll recognize the iPad. When you swipe your iPad, it unlocks, and then you select your LumaShare application.
Hmm.
When you open up that application, your iPad and your phone, if they're sharing the same network, it'll recognize your phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's how they combine. Now, actually, I'm glad we're having this conversation. Are you going to be using a mobile hotspot for your iPad?
No, because I got it through Verizon, so it has a SIM card in it. Does that make any
Yeah, so that's good because now when you send off your digital booth, you don't have to worry about your iPad getting Wi-Fi from a different place because it has a built-in SIM chip, which means that
yeah.
you just kind of set it and forget it, which is pretty cool. All right.
So with the SIM card, I would have to just log onto their Wi-Fi.
No, you have a SIM card, and that SIM
Yeah,
card
so yeah,
has data.
so I'll be good. So I would just be under 5G. I won't even need their
Exactly. Exactly.
okay,
And that's a
cool.
cool thing about the SIM card. It's like your iPad has a SIM card. It has cellular and data, which is great because you don't have to rely on someone else's Wi-Fi. So that gives you some flexibility. For me, I started off with a mobile hotspot because I would work on my laptop everywhere. So when I started investing into a digital booth, I just bought the standard iPad without the cellular, without the SIM, because what I ended up
Yeah,
doing, I used my mobile hotspot to give it the data it needed, it required.
right. It's cool. What else? All right, now we going to let's dive into you know you did a video which was really cool. Like you do a lot of videos with like marketing. Let's talk about marketing schemes.
Yeah, we should.
And you did a video where you was like, oh, you called you what would you do? Oh, you went on Yelp. You went on Yelp and you typed in bouncy house and you typed in wedding planners and event planners and you called them. And I was like, yo, that's a dope ass marketing scheme. So I did that too. I started calling them and I got a couple of people, you know, and then a lot of people say like, oh, we already have vendors, you know, we could take your information down and da 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 da. And I also, you know, spit to them like, you know, we can if you know if you are able to give me any leads, you know, I have no problem compensating you for the leads that I book with, you know, and different things like that. So I thought that that was a good marketing scheme, but it's not a lot of people on like it wasn't a lot of people on Yelp. I guess it depends on like the area you live at and things like that. But I thought that was a good, you know, way to, you know, try to get clients. That's what I'm trying to do. That's basically what I'm this the topic I'm talking about now is how can I get leads? How can I you know get you know clients? That's what I'm you know trying to do basically. I promote on Facebook every day. You know I get a lot of contacts from Facebook. I definitely do. But you know on Facebook they try to go like the cheaper route. You know they want to shop around before they can you know get the best.
Yes,
So
that's good that you are doing what you can and reaching out. And once you run out of, let's say, the pipeline, like a call list, then it's like, what do I do next? And I think that's
right,
where we're at right now. And you're right. Yelp only has so many vendors on Yelp because me as a business owner, I was on Yelp, but you know what? I'm not gonna show Yelp any love because if you're not paying them a certain price, a membership, a subscription, then they move you to the bottom of the ranks. And that's why I
right,
don't post on Yelp and I think a lot of business owners are the same way as I am. It's like, you know what? If Yelp is going to do this, then I'm just going to continue rocking with Google because Google profile is where it's at. So
right. That's another thing. I don't have a Google business profile. I don't know how to do that.
Andrey, we got to get you a bro. That's on our top of our list, man. That's the very, 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 very top.
Yeah.
I want to say that I get over 80% of my business through my Google profile. So Google sends me all of my clients. And all I got
Really?
to do, yeah, all I got to do is lock them in. All I have to do is take them from a phone call to visit my website. It's running 24/7. So if you want to book, go onto my website. Like I don't take any payments over the phone or any of that funny stuff. Uh, it's done on my website. Now, if you don't have a website, don't be
I'm getting
discouraged.
I'm getting a website made soon, but you know, yeah,
No worries. You can still rank with a Google profile and social media. So don't worry about the website right now. That's totally fine. Let's focus a lot on Google. Because like I said, Google's gonna bring you those leads. Now, one of the
right.
first things we should do right now is I should actually check out your area to see.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. That's another question I had. We should have dove into that. We got like a half an hour left. We can go into that. So yeah, I wanted to see you going to we can go into my area and we can start this. I see you do this with a lot of people and it's real exciting.
yeah, I like this, man. All right, 360 photo booth. What's the city that you're in, Andre?
And Piscataway, Piscataway.
This look a little familiar to you right here, brother?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I
So
actually was looking at the kind of these people and
Yeah, you took a little look already?
Yeah, it took a little look, but I really didn't understand. I wanted to book with you first and get your idea on.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Let's see here. So you are, would you say you're somewhere here in the center?
Let me see. Yeah, I'm somewhere there in the center. Yep.
Okay. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4 within this whole entire radius, just 4 people. This one's called the ultimate booth. And then right here on my left side, we have one guy doing decent, right? He has 23 reviews. He's out, let's see, he's ranking for wedding service. That's actually really good, Andre, because he's ranking for wedding service. You can rank for photo booth. This guy right here has 2 reviews, photography service. Once again, you can rank for photo booth. This guy right here, he made it to the top 3, and this individual doesn't have any reviews. But I bet when people are searching and comparing prices, they're gonna call this guy, right? Because he's at the very, very top here in the top 3. So that gives me an idea of where the competition is at, and I'm very confident that you can rank here on the top 3 within just a couple of weeks, but really, really focusing on the things that I'm about to show you when it comes to building your Google profile. So let me see as I scroll down here.
And you're saying I could rank with both the 360 and the digital photo booth?
Yeah, because look at 360 photo booth. This is what I put in as far as the keyword, but I added your Piscataway, New Jersey, right? And this is what I got. Now let's experiment a little bit, right? What if we make it an extra long tail keyword and I include the word rental in there? All right. I'm gonna hit enter. And now we have these folks here that popped up. No, these were the same guys from earlier. So now we have, wow, it looks like we have the exact same folks.
So those are like the only competitors around the area. You're saying,
man. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type in photo booth rental right there. You know? And once, okay, so this guy came through.
Yeah.
So as you can see, photo booth rental, he came through with 164 reviews, and his target is DJ service.
Yeah.
You know, so if you can start ranking for the word photo booth rental, Piscataway, am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah, Piscataway.
Piscataway, or even type in digital photo booth. Yeah, these folks, so there's plenty of room. So there's a person ranking with 2 reviews. Now I want to go ahead and go back to the 360 booth. The 360 booth, of course, makes a lot more money when you're there in comparison to the digital booth. But the digital booth is great because you can just drop it off and pick it up later. It kind of runs on its own. So it's like having a vending machine making you money. 360 photo booth rental, and hit enter again. So these guys that are making it to the top, I just want to get an idea of what their profile looks like, and I want to dive into it with you as well. So we'll start off with the person who has the most reviews. Okay. So like I said, the ranking for wedding service, you're going to be ranking for 360 booth along with photo booth. So you don't need to really compete with them when it comes to this keyword right here for this category. As you can see, they have 78 plus photos. And that's the way we got to do it, Andre. We got to post at least minimum twice a week on Google, man. We got to treat it like a social media platform.
Okay.
And then, of course, they have reviews right here. You know, when you did that event, Andre, you didn't have a Google profile. Okay, well, that makes sense. You know, if how long ago was this?
Did I do the event?
Yeah.
Oh, it was about a month ago. I got some footage and everything.
Beautiful. All right. So once you set up your Google profile, if you can reach out to any people that you connected with and be like, hey, man, if you can help me out with just a very quick review, here's my link. That would be awesome. Like, my business will really appreciate it. That way you can get 5-star Google reviews right away. And then have friends and family help you too that experience your service as well. So they're using their address. I tell folks it's important for you to use your address, because if I am over here by New Brunswick, right, and you're over here by Edison, and Google knows your address because you're located in Edison, if I'm in this area looking, can you see where I'm pointing? Andre? Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking for 360 booth, then Google is going to show me this location that's closest to me.
Right.
So it already gives you an opportunity as proximity goes, and two, then everything else applies like reviews, content, pictures, and overall engagement with your Google profile. And of course, you can also attach your Facebook and your Instagram, and the same people will search for all this stuff right here. Now, one thing I want you to really focus on, Andre, is creating that Google profile. So if you have an email, for example, for started from scratch rental, have a Gmail for that. And if you don't, if you have a Gmail for Mr. Social Booth, whatever email you already have set up for your accounts, just go right over here to these little circles on the top
Yeah,
right.
I only have an email, only have an account with Google, just the main account called I think it's called Mr. 360 Spin Vibes or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't have a business account.
Okay, good. So use that email. So when you are on your desktop, laptop, and you're logged in onto your Gmail, right? It's going to show your Gmail right here, right? Mine is, I have a bunch, but this one in particular is real now posted. When you scroll over to these dots, go over to business profile so you can get started on building your business profile. And
Okay.
it'll take you step by step, just like this. Standout Google Pro. So I'm going to go to manage now. And then type your business name. And if you can't find your business, add it to your business to Google. And then you'll go on to the next thing, to the next step. And it's basically like you're setting up a social media account, but for Google. And then on top of that, what I want you to do is all that content that you've had from the past, pictures and videos, trim them, make them small, and start posting twice a week on Google. But when you post on Google, you really have to show Google some love. And this is what I mean here. Cut me off if I'm going too fast, or if there's something that
No, you're good.
yeah. So I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna go here, because I already have a couple of businesses with Google. So I want you to do this. Once you're logged in and you started your profile, you're gonna get something like this. And they even tell you profile strength looks good, performance. It'll give you your overview, how many calls people have called you, bookings. It won't record your bookings because people book on my actual website, not
Right.
on the Google, and then website clicks. So it shows you all of that performance. It's good information to have. But what you really want to focus on is when we go to edit profile. And earlier we were talking about business categories. My primary one is photo booth. Yours should also be photo booth, Andre. And then on top of that, add photographer, event planner. But as you go down, see how the other folks had weddings and the other guy had DJ?
Yeah.
Well, if your category is photo booth, you're already going to be in a sweet spot because those guys are not going for photo booth. They're going for other services, which is great for you. Right here in the description, I know it seems like a lot to write, but you can always copy and paste and then just revise it a little bit to make it your own.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, include your phone number. And then for the website, if you don't have one right now, from what I understand, Google will give you a free website. It'll be just like a landing page. Very, very simple. You can put your hours, the name of your business, and how much you charge on an hourly rate, and just a small description. Just a very, very simple splash page that you'll get for free on Google, which is, I think, pretty dope. So this is just the business information. Location. I put my actual address. In addition to that, service area. These are some of the cities that are within, like, let's say 30 to 1 hour away from my location. These are other cities that I want to rank for. Your hours should be right here. And that's that. And then your hours should be uniform. So whatever hours you have on your TikTok, Instagram should match this right here. But if you are constantly posting on Facebook and you're not getting a lot of friction, I would definitely start spending some time over on the Google profile, Andre.
Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm definitely gonna jump on, and I'm actually gonna do it tomorrow morning, and I'm gonna jump on and create a Google profile. But what I do on Facebook is not only do I post on my main page, but what I do is I go to different groups in like different town group pages. So say I live in Piscataway, so I'll go to the Piscataway community group page where there's like 1.4 million people, and then I'll post my I post my business and then I'll go to like the next town over, Edison community group page, and then I'll post that, and all the towns around this area, I'll post on their page, the community page, where there's like thousands of millions of residents that will see that. And then I've been getting a lot of calls from a lot of people, but they they what was been happening is they've been looking for the photo booth, and I didn't have the photo booth. They're like, oh, then at the 360, do you have the photo booth? And I missed out on so many events because I didn't have the photo booth. So I was like, yo, I'm about to just jump and get this photo booth. So I, studying you and where to get it, da 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 da. I got it, and now I'm just, I'm excited. It's upstairs in the plastic. I want to put that shit together and, see what it looks like and things like that. Cause yo, I feel as if that's a banger, man. You could just take that and just drop it off,
Yeah.
and then, come back and pick it up. I remember what you said, like, oh, okay, I have you could pay 4 hours, 600, and then you can have it for the whole day. And that's how you reel them in,
Yeah.
and so that's pretty dope, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a that's a great concept. And I'm just very grateful to the entire universe that, you have something in mind and manifest, and now you see it come to life, and it's like it builds momentum. And right now what you're doing is you're being very proactive about your business. I mean, just booking a one-on-one says a lot already.
Yeah.
So if you're going on Facebook and you're making posts and you're reaching out to people and you're getting some feedback, right? You're getting some inquiries, but it's only led to you collecting data to make an informed decision that led to an investment, which is your new digital booth. So congratulations on that. That's great, because you got that. You were able to build feedback as far as what's in demand, what do the people want. So now that you got that information and you actually are ready to capitalize on it now because you have the actual equipment, the next step is like, okay, Andre, you've been doing your thing, man. You've been reaching out, you've been posting, you've been active. But what if people that were interested started reaching out to you because you have made yourself very, very accessible? And that's what you want to get to. You want to get to a point where I was able to get to this point in less than a year, where I had big companies reach out to me because I made myself visible and accessible. And when they went to go check out my profile, they're like, yep, this is exactly what I'm looking for. This looks like a company that I want to mess with, right? That I want to collaborate with.
You mean like visible, accessible, pertaining to like your content and
Let
you pushing yourself out there?
Yeah, let the digital world push your services. Let Google do the heavy lifting for you.
Okay.
If you focus a lot on your Google profile, and on top of that, you supplement it with YouTube videos, and these YouTube videos are short clips of your 360 booth, and you have the proper keywords and your description with your business information, then that's going to act as a citation. And like I said, Google and YouTube, they go hand in hand. On top of that, I know that you're going to copy and paste everything you're doing onto your social media. So now you're starting to spread out this web. And this web, what it does is it starts sending signals to the algorithm, and then you get what's called indexed for a certain keyword. You get categorized. Once you get indexed, that's when all of a sudden, like, you're thinking like, my God, am I lucky? And it's not luck. It's labor upon correct knowledge. You did what you had to do to start bringing and wheeling in those inquiries because you did the work, and now you're seeing the results. And the results are more eyeballs on your website, more eyeballs on your business, because you've showed the algorithm, you showed Google like, hey, this is where I'm located and this is what I provide. And if someone is looking for this, I'm the guy for it. So Google puts your information in front of that person that's on that search engine looking for a digital photo booth service, looking for a 360 booth service within your city, to maybe, like I said, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles away. And
Right.
that's the goal. Is you're doing everything you're supposed to do right now in the beginning phase, but now it's like, now how do I invest into something where it's going to work for me? And that's the way you have to see it. Is when I set up my Google profile, when I set up my YouTube, when I post a posting, I have to make sure that it's not half-assed, meaning I am using the right keywords and I'm going to be consistent with those keywords, and that the description is wholesome. And it's not just very simple, like best price in town, 360 booth, let's spin. Or the message has to be captivating enough to give people enough curiosity to check you out. Once they check you out, as soon as they call you, man, that's your ticket. It's like you applying for a job. You know, that resume is your golden ticket. You have to have that resume to a point where it raises enough curiosity and interest to where that impossible person calls you and says, hey, I'm looking at your blah, blah, blah. I'm interested. Let's do a one-on-one. Let's have an interview. But with folks, when they call you in, you want to charm them. You want to ask them, how's your day been? I bet it's right now putting together an event for your, but I'm here to help you out as much as I can. What can I do for you? They'll be like, well, I'm looking for a digital booth. Awesome. This is what I love doing. I love providing digital photo booths. Have you rented one in the past? And they're like, well, no. I'll be like, don't worry. I'm going to take care of you. So basically what you need to do, every person that calls you moving forward, try to make them not just a one-time buyer, but a lifetime, consumer, a long life partner, because they're going to have family, they're going to have friends, they're going to have managers, they're going to have associates, and this is how the ball gets rolling, man. So just like I said, post consistently, and not just that, but with intention. Not just say like, yeah, I'm posting, like I'm being consistent. Post with intention, because every post is an investment of your time put out into the algorithm, into the universe, however you want to call it, and you will be rewarded for it eventually when people start finding you and you start saying like, oh my goodness, like I'm getting more calls, and then, oh man, I'm getting bookings. Oh dude, today I had to turn down a booking because I was already booked. Dude, when that happens, then dude, that's like, man, I experienced that so many times last year. And that's what kept me motivated to push everyone else and say, hey, there's going to be rainy days where the phone doesn't ring. And then all of a sudden you think that, is my phone even working? And it is what it is, it's like the weather. But if you continue to grind and you continue to stay relevant and you continue to post with intention, that other individual who lost motivation and no longer inspired, that thought, oh, just buying it and then posting it on Instagram is good enough, he's going to tap out and he's probably going to sell his 360 booth, which is great because then you can come around and buy his 360 booth.
Right.
So it's like you have to focus on your mission, because whatever you put your energy in and focus is going to expand, whatever it is. And it could even be problems. If you focus on your problems, those problems are going to get bigger. They're going to take over you. So just forget about the problems and focus on the solution. Always find a way that you can frame things in a positive way.
Right, man. Damn, that was some real stuff. That's what's up.
Yeah. What's up. I mean, it really comes down to your vision and your discipline, because, some days we're going to watch a good film and be like, that was inspirational. Some days we're going to hear words come through the radio. That's inspirational. But, inspiration flees, it comes in and it flees. It comes and goes. But that vision and that discipline kicks in when that inspiration leaves. Like that discipline is like, yeah, you might not be feeling it, but you got to do what you got to do because we have that vision. So, just remember that, man.
Definitely. And like one more question that I have. Wow, that I have. Now I had this client, right? She called me because I told her I was getting a digital photo booth.
Yeah.
Now she wanted prints. Now I was going off of what you said because I always watch your videos and I try to steer her away from the prints. I was tell her like, we're trying to save, with the ink and the paper. And if you want prints, you could just go to your local CVS and print them. She was not with it. She was like, oh, I want prints. So do you have a certain printer that you just have just in case clients want prints?
Well, that's the thing is, at the end of the day, Andre, what you're going to find out is, who do you want your client to be? Who do you want to cater to? Now, I like the fact that you understood that there was a demand for the digital booth, and so you invested in one, right?
Yeah.
And now it's like you are ready to serve that customer that's a good match for you. So people are going to come and go. Inquiries are going to happen all the time. You're not going to be able to close 100% of them. So if she was fixated on, hey, I want something that I can print out, then we have to come to an emotional agreement where maybe to them that sentimental paper, copy, it meant a lot. But for me, if I sweat that, right, and then I go buy a printer, and then someone else calls, right? Someone else calls it because it's busy season, and they're fine with the digital portion of it, digital resolution, digital, that they can get it right there on the spot, and they can actually save it to wherever they want because it's digital. And on top of that, they're going to save lots of money because it's a digital booth that we drop off for a flat rate. Then
Right.
you might start thinking like, it's time to get in with the new modern day technology. And this doesn't sound like a bad deal. In fact, I'm saving $200 if I rent this digital booth versus renting a standard booth that's going to require a printer. It's going to cost me more money, and so on and so forth. Now, not to say that it's not a good idea to invest in a printer if you want to, but I know what I want and how I want to operate. And this is what's going to happen. And I'll give you a perfect example. If I end up investing in a photo booth that requires for me to print and buy a toner and buy paper and buy the printer and have it hooked up to a Wi-Fi and doing all that, then what does that mean, Andre? That means that if that's the way I'm rolling, I'm going to have to duplicate that setup. And that's very expensive. Imagine having 3 printers.
Yeah, yeah.
How much work. So this is what I mean by focus on your vision, on your trajectory. Yes, it might be a sucky feeling if the customer is just fixated. And trust me, this has happened to me the ending of last year and a little bit this year, where people, they wanted the digital booth and some people did not want just a digital copy. They wanted the actual paper. And like I said, we can't cater to everybody. We have to focus on our niche and we have to focus on our vision, because you and I both know that what we're trying to do is get about 5 digital photo booths and have those out every week.
Yeah. That's the goal.
So, look at it long term. It's not like you lost out big time. No, someone else is going to be blessed with that client. They're going to be a good match for one another. But you and I, we have our specific goals. And it's good to readapt. It's good to remain flexible, but at the same time, focus on that vision. And that vision, like I said, is to simplify our business and have it to a point where it almost runs on its own, kind of automated.
Right. And how do you have your pricing? Like, I've been kind of going off your pricing, like with the 'cause I was kind of confused when
Yeah.
I went on your page and it said only for 2 hours. Oh, it only said only for 4 hours, $6.99. I mean $5.99. So I'm like, then how much would it be for 2 hours, or is it 3 hours? How would I,
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. I have to drive kind of far, man. I'll be honest with you. I have to drop off 2 cold sparks for an event. I'm just dropping them off. They're gonna have their technicians use them. I'm a little I'll be honest with you. I'm a little like what's the word? Like not too sure, man, because these are my babies, like my cold spark machines.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like you can't be scared, man. First of all, I have insurance if anything hits the fan.
Right.
But I like my stuff being taken care of, because it's anyways, man. Just wanted to share that we all go through our struggles no matter what levels we're at. But
Yeah. No matter what level, man.
I have to trust the process, and if something happens, something happens. And if it doesn't, then cool, man. I
Keep,
can do this
keep
more and
the
more.
keep the energy right, man. You'll be
Yeah.
good.
So to answer your question about the I slipped my mind, Andre. You said something about the and I had it in
The pricing of
yes.
the
Yeah, say no more. Got you. So it's all a strategy. It's all a strategy. It really, really is. We're playing chess out here, man. So if you look at my website, 4 hours, it's priced at $5.99, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what happens? People that are considering, because they already seen the price, but are considering, they'll call you. And they're considering it, meaning it's possible. Because if it's not possible, they won't even bother calling you, right? And that's why it's important to have prices up front. So this is what I do. Like, I put a certain price, they call, I gauge the conversation, I gauge the size of their event, and then I'll tell them like, well, even though it shows 4 hours on there, I'd be more than happy to leave it there for as long as you want and pick it up later that night. That way you don't feel like you're limited on time, and everyone can take hundreds of photos if you feel you need to, because at the end of the day, that place is going to be really memorable. The girls are going to be not, in front of that the whole entire time. So now you're painting a picture for them. We're directors. So direct the movie scene for them. When you have them on the phone, direct the movie scene for them where you're painting a picture of where it creates excitement. Now you get, you verbalize that. And after that, they're like, well, let me go ahead and talk it over with my wife and everything. And you always tell them like, yes, absolutely, no pressure. I know that right now you guys are already under a lot of pressure putting this thing together, and I just want to act as an assistant to you guys and provide solutions. And by the way, how many people did you say we're going to be at your party? And they'd be like, oh, whatever number they throw at you, be like, well, if you guys need any help and I can try to help you with your budget, I'll try to help you as much as I can, as long as I stay in business, right? And so
Right.
all of a sudden, deep inside that, hey, if I can drop off my booth for $4.99 instead of $5.99, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. But if they feel like they were able to somehow negotiate and get $100 off, to them, it's like, I'm going with this guy. This guy's giving me $100 off. In your mind, you already prepared to do it either for $5.99 or $4.99 anyway.
Right.
So
But do you still do it for 2 hours? For two, you only do it for 4 hours? You don't do clients for like 2 hours, or?
it doesn't make sense for them for a digital booth to pay hundreds of dollars for just 2 hours.
Yeah.
I myself wouldn't do it if I was a client, even if I had the money, because it just doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Because most events, as we both know, are a minimum of 4 hours, most events.
Yeah.
And that's why the 360 booth gets booked for anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, sometimes even 4 to have a big budget, because they realize we're just going to order the 360 booth during prime time when everyone's already here at the party and everyone can take advantage and we can get as many videos as we want. So it's all about the strategy, Andre. And I want to walk away from here just kind of like preaching like, what's going to be your strategy? And if you figured you have your strategy well already thought of, just know that there's always going to be room for new revisions as times go by. That's going to reflect the economy, the consumer, the demographics, and the demand. But stay flexible and continue to adapt, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Keep doing your thing, man. For real, yo. You've been you've been setting the path for us, yo. For real.
So
Yo, do some more video. I need you to do some videos with the digital photo booth, like set up like with templates and overlays, how to do it in Luma Booth, how to do it in Snappic and stuff like that,
okay.
And this just different things like that with the photo booth, because I feel as if that's like the big boom right now.
I'll take that. Yeah, that's good feedback. Digital photo booth content. Okay, I wrote this down. Yeah, I feel you. I think you're absolutely right. I really have to find the time to put together videos revolving around the digital photo booth. I think it's been behind my mind, Andre, but I just got so many things going on, Chief, that it gets difficult to a point now in my life. It's about what I say no to instead of the things I say yes to, because it's like I'm trying to find my freedom within the boundaries of being a business owner. And there's freedom. There's more like a moment of like self-love and peace, where you get to separate yourself from all the demands and then just tune into your spirit and soul, and then go back out there to life and just project that light and try to like help people. But it comes at an expense, and I recommend everyone to take a break every now and then. If you can please text message me all of your contact information, Andre, so I can put together that promo video for you. I'm gonna do a 360 promo video for you without the cold sparks, right? Because you don't have cold spark machines yet.
No, I don't have cold spark machines yet.
All right, I'll post a promo video without the cold spark machines with all of the contact information you send me, and then what I'll do is I'll message you telling you, hey, the video is up. It already has this many views, and guess what? Hopefully, we make it to the first, the very top of the Google page with the video, because as you can see, when we're looking for those keywords, no one had videos on the top spot. So if we can get a video with your information on the top spot, that's a win.
So what information am I sending over?
Send me all of your contact information where people can get a hold of you or look up your business, whether it's social media, whether it's an email, whether it's a phone number. Send me as much information as you can, because I'm going to put that in the description of the video I'm going to be making for you on YouTube.
And what's the video you be making of what we're talking about right now?
No, I'm going to put together a video here. I'll give you a quick example, and then I got to dip out of here, brother. Here, let me show you.
I got you. Yeah, yo, you were smart as hell for that 360 booth contract.
Friends, I hope
for that what, brother? Here, say that again. I couldn't hear you, man.
That 360 booth contract.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just I just bought it. I take stuff out, revise it. I'll just send it to my clients and shit like that. Like they'll just send the deposit. Like the shit is so smooth.
Yeah. Man, it's like I try to capitalize on the solutions. The way that you. So if I go to my YouTube studio here, it's gonna show me all of my content here, and then I'm gonna look for
I
videos.
gotta make a YouTube channel too, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, please do. Here we go. So this is one of my latest ones, February 11th. This individual, was it a she or was it a woman or a guy? I don't remember. Stockbridge. I want to say it was a lady operator, I think. 360 photo booth, Stockbridge, Georgia, right?
Mhm.
Look at how many views that video got already.
Oh damn, you got thousands some views.
That's crazy because sometimes I'll post other videos in other states and other cities, and they don't get as many views. And it's just because like the demand for it. Like this one right here, this one's out in Manhattan, New York. This one got 586. But um here is the reason why I want you to use YouTube as often as possible. Okay, so here's a video that I made for them. And then I wrote all this information revolving around Stockbridge, Georgia. For you, of course, it would be, damn, I forgot how to say the name.
Piscataway, New Jersey.
Piscataway, New Jersey. It's going to revolve around photo booth service and in New Jersey, Piscataway. And I'm going to write something like this for you, right, to have enough content. And then I'm going to go and get some keywords. And then I'm going to put all the information you send me. I'm going to put it right here. Okay. And
Okay.
then the video is going to look a little something like this. Of course, your video, it won't have cold sparks because I don't want people to call you with an expectation of they can get cold sparks. So I'll make sure to include videos that don't have the cold sparks, but this is what I want to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this right here just real quick. And then I'm going to open up a private page here. A private page meaning one that doesn't have any cookies or anything like that. And I want to see if the video that I created a couple weeks ago is ranking. So if I type some stuff in right here, see how there's no history?
Yeah.
That's because it's incognito. So I'm going to go paste. And then I'm going to go to Georgia. Let's see. Oh, here we are. Look at that. So it posted 6 days ago, and it's right here. It's a video, and it's on the first page. It's pretty badass, man. So that's what I'm going to do for you. So send me the.
No, I would have to make a Google profile page first. Or
So
that'll help.
do the Google profile page as fast as soon as you can. Not as fast, but as soon as you can. And then I'm going to take care of the YouTube video. And with the YouTube video, like I said, I'm going to put all your contact information just like you see here. But yeah, please, if you can start on that Google profile, show it some love. I would think that that's going to be definitely your next move because, like I said, like we said earlier, how about we get people to reach out to you instead of you trying to reach out to them, because that takes a lot of energy.
Right. Yeah. So that girl, she had a Google profile page, or she just
It's crazy. A lot of one-on-ones, they haven't created their Google profile, man. It trips me out.
You
And
say that, yeah, all the time.
I try to understand it, but I feel like yeah, we all just think very different. And so I'm glad that if you don't have a Google profile yet, I'm glad that there's an alternative for you to focus on, because I know how much it can pay off. So it's the hard part when you have a Google profile and you're not getting any inquiries, any calls, and you already have a Google profile, then that means, okay, let's figure something out. But the Google profile, very first thing you should do, man.
All right, cool. I'll do that this morning.
All right, man. So other than that, brother, it was a pleasure meeting you, and I appreciate the hustle. I'm gonna go ahead and download this video. It's gonna render, and then I can upload it to YouTube, and then I can have it private so only you can see it, or I can make it public. But that's entirely up to you because this is your session.
You can make it public. How would I be able to see it?
So what I'll do is once it's uploaded to YouTube, I'll send you the link through text, letting you know, hey, it's uploaded. You can go ahead and check it out, circle back, and visit any parts of the video you feel are going to be helpful for you.
All right, cool. And then, so I need to text you the information or something?
Yeah, text me all your contact information that you want me to place in the description of the YouTube video I'm going to be making for you.
All right, cool. No problem.
Cool. All right, Andre, keep doing it, man. Keep doing it, brother. It's like I said, don't look back and just keep moving forward, okay?
Yo, no problem, man. Just my goal is to, I'm trying to get to one of these expos, man. Like in Las Vegas or some of these 360s and photo booth expos or something. They're awesome. We gotta. I thought that might want to be your goal, to go to one of these expos and show off like your style and everything like that. That'll be dope.
Yeah, let's do that next year then. How about that?
Right, right, right. All right, cool, man. If I have any more questions, I have no problem spending the money, man. Yo, you the best, man, for real. You give great information in your journey and from everything is it's a blessing, man. Yo, you should be really proud, man, for real, for real.
Yeah, thanks for the love, man. I appreciate that. I really do, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, man. You enjoy the rest of your night and have a great weekend.
You too. Holla.
Talk to you soon.